The clock is ticking towards your retirement, so that brings us to 15 and 15. 15 topics in 15 seconds for Abe. You ready to dive in?
Ready, let's do it.
All right, let's get that clock rolling. Question number one, how much money will you need to retire? According to a survey, more Americans than ever believe the magic number is $1 million. So Abe, is that the magic number?
It depends. It depends on how much income you need, David, every month. You know, for some people it's actually less than $1 million, and for a lot of people it's actually more than $1 million. So I would say it just depends on how much income you need every month.
So based on your answer right there, you would say do not chase a magic number.
That's right. You need the magic number for yourself, and everybody's number is different.
Understood. Need a plan for you, not your neighbor. Question number two, it's understandable to have some concerns, perhaps even some fears when it comes to using our savings in retirement. But what can people do to spend with confidence?
Create a retirement income plan. We need to test the math. We need to have a roadmap, right? We need GPS for this next 30 to 40 years of our lives, so we have something to follow.
Yeah, get to and through retirement. Question number three, what if I told you 45% of people who do not have an advisor believe the typical cost for one is between 5 and 15% of their assets? Is that number in line?
No, nowhere near 5 to 15%. Typically, you know, the average financial advisor is going to charge David 1%, 1.5%. Oftentimes it's less than 1%.
Wow.
And, you know, we provide a ton of value, a comprehensive plan, ongoing service, 90-day quarterly reviews to make sure the plan's keeping up with their lives.
Okay, so say there is someone out there that's paying 5 to 15%, your advice to them?
Get in the car and drive away as fast as you can. That's highway robbery. You got to have a second opinion on that.
Pedal to the metal. You heard it here first. Question number four, let's do some taxes. A recent survey found that over 30% of every dollar a retiree spends goes to pay taxes. Abe, are we really looking at nearly a third of our money going to Uncle Sam?
Potentially, you know, at least 20 to 25%, maybe 30% or more. I mean, we're in the lowest tax environment that we've had in the last 40 years. Taxes used to be way higher than they are today. Taxes are on sale. We got to pay attention and try to lower and mitigate tax as much as we possibly can.
Let's keep hidden taxes right now. When it comes to income taxes, is it possible to receive retirement income from our life savings without having to pay income taxes?
Look, David, you either pay taxes up front or you pay them later. You can't avoid tax, right?
Yeah,
That's jail time. But yes, absolutely. We just need a tax plan. We need a tax strategy, and absolutely you can create income in retirement that is free of tax. Roth IRA is a great example.
So you're talking about a zero tax bracket?
You could be, potentially. You got to have a plan. You got to have a tax plan.
I like what you're talking about right there, the potential for zero and the potential to not go to jail. We don't want jail time in retirement. Right. Question number six. Obviously, as we approach retirement, our thinking can change. So Abe, is it more important to focus on growth or protecting our savings?
Both, right? We might have enough money saved, but now we need to protect it and preserve it as we head into retirement. Why? Because our working paychecks will stop, and we need to generate paychecks from our retirement and make sure those paychecks last the rest of our lives.
And you really believe something like this can help us potentially maximize our retirement?
I do, David. You just need a comprehensive plan that addresses everything you possibly can: growth and income, taxes, inflation, all of it.
Some solid advice. Question number seven, who doesn't love guaranteed money? Annuities are an investment that can do that for your income. But Abe, why do you feel so many people are hesitant to buy an annuity?
The A word.
The A word.
You gotta watch out. Well, look, nothing's perfect in the investment world, right, David? Annuities certainly aren't perfect. Neither are stocks, bonds, real estate, crypto, whatever you have, right? But in a comprehensive plan, an annuity may or may not be the right fit. You gotta take a look, right? It's a tool. It's not perfect. If you need income, if you want protection in your retirement, it could be a tool and something to look at in a comprehensive plan.
Would you say annuities have come a long way since yesteryear?
They have, especially in the last 3 to 5 years. Again, they're not perfect. Everything has restraints and limitations, but sometimes we do need to take a look to see how they can help a retiree in retirement.
Yeah, you want to be dialed in, do your homework. Great news. Awesome information. We're pausing the clock right now. More to come on 15 and 15, but first, today exclusively for our viewers, Abe has a great offer for you. Right now, for the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $500,000 or greater, he's offering a complimentary roadmap for retirement just for you. This will allow Abe and his team to sit down with you personally and provide you with a plan, analyzing where you are right now and discuss your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement. The number to dial, 571-520-5959. That's 571-520-5959. All right, back on the clock we go. Topic number 8 of 15 and 15. We've worked decades to get to retirement. We want to see the world, travel, spoil our grandkids. So, Abe, what do we have to do in order to maximize our lifestyle in retirement?
We need a lifestyle plan. We need a bucket list, even heading into retirement. What are all these things that you want to do? You know, whether it's, traveling, spending time with the grandkids. We want to plan. We really want to think through what we want to do in the next 30 to 40 years. So that's a lifestyle plan and a bucket list. I would encourage you to really dream big and think big and do everything you want to do in retirement.
Sign me up right now. Not near retirement, but sign me up for what you're speaking about. Question number 9, fees. I've heard them compared to termites just eating away at your portfolio. Yep. What can fees realistically do to one's retirement if they're unaware of what they're paying?
Just that. They can eat away at your retirement like termites, right, into the foundation of a home, and we don't want that. So we need to look at how much we're paying an advisor. Is it reasonable? Is it too high? We also need to look at the fund expenses and costs of the actual funds we're invested in. Oftentimes, those are way too high. Oftentimes, people have mutual funds that they held 20 to 30 years ago. Are those really the investments you want to continue to be holding at this point in your life? Maybe, maybe not, but we got to take a look at the costs and the fees associated with your plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Get dialed in on those. Question number 10, 401ks. Lots of people have them. Lots of people are going to rely on them for income in retirement. But Abe, how common is it for parts of someone's 401k to be underperforming?
Often, David.
Really?
We call them lazy couch potato funds, right? Those are those life cycle target date funds. You know, the 2020, 2030.
Yeah.
A lot of dead money in those funds oftentimes. Lazy couch potato funds, we can't have those in our retirement plan. We need to make sure the funds, the investments, the overall plan we have is best suited for us for this next phase of our life.
Yeah, lazy couch potato funds. Get out of here. Not coming with me on vacation to retirement. Question number 11, once upon a time, pensions were standard. You collected Social Security and a few mutual funds and bonds carried you to retirement. But Abe, how have the rules of retirement planning changed?
That three-legged stool, David, now they're reversed, right? Now we have very little pension or no pension. Social Security, let's hope we have it, right? And then our savings, right? That's what we're depending on. So if we're depending on ourselves to have saved enough for retirement, we better be proactive. We better be controlling what we can. We better have a comprehensive plan to try to address all the things that can mess up a great investment plan in retirement.
We've discussed that being ready for retirement is both a mental and a financial question. So Abe, how often do people know if they're really ready to retire?
Most of the time, David, people that are coming in to see us, they know. They're telling me and my team, hey, Abe and the team, I'm getting tired, right? Or I just don't like my boss anymore, my coworkers are anymore. I'm not enjoying the work that I'm doing anymore. I'm not fulfilled. So they know. And then usually within 6 months, a year, 2 years, they're retiring, they're pulling the trigger, and they're off into the sunset in retirement.
That's what you've worked for. Question number 13, focusing in on long-term care. What can people do to prepare for that without having to buy some huge insurance policy?
Yeah, oftentimes, David, people can self-insure, right? Typically, if you have more than $1 million saved for your retirement, you can self-insure, which means maybe taking a chunk of your money and setting it aside for health care. Sometimes long-term care insurance makes sense. Sometimes a hybrid plan makes sense. Sometimes a combination of those options makes sense. But we got to address health care. Health care can be also one of our biggest expenses in retirement.
Yeah, combined with taxes, that can absolutely change the game for a retirement plan. Question number 14, there are always going to be strategies that people can use to plan for retirement. Lots of advisors believe in lots of things. So do you believe buy and hold is still a solid retirement strategy?
No, not at this point in your life, right? You are now 60, 65, 70. What you held for the last 20 to 30 years is probably not going to be appropriate for phase 2 for retirement. When you were working, when you were maxing out your account, you could take on a lot of risk, right? But now that we're coming down our own retirement mountain and our working paychecks have stopped, we've got to make sure this money lasts. We've got to make sure we're not taking on any extra risk than necessary.
Yeah, there are certainly new school strategies when it comes to retirement planning. Final question of 15 and 15. This one has gained a lot of steam. Cryptocurrency. What is your advice for a retiree that says, I want to put a bunch of my money into this stuff?
David, I would tell you it's still highly speculative. Couple percent of your portfolio maybe, if you want to dabble, if you want to diversify a little bit. I can tell you our clients have very little to zero in crypto. If you have anything in crypto personally, I would think you better be ready to lose it all and just kind of have that attitude. And who knows, maybe down the road it'll work out, but you don't want a large portion of your life savings in something speculative like that.
So essentially some fun money, if you will. Okay.
Gambling money, right?
Gambling money right there. Okay, great news. We are off the clock. 15 and 15 is in the books. Incredible information, my friend. Great job.